Monday. It's never felt more like a Monday. I'm literally having my lunch right now. I had a piece of a fucking baguette and now a light Baby Bell cheese.
Ugh.
You don't like Baby Bell?
I just ate lunch like 5 minutes ago as well. I don't like Baby Bell.
You don't like Baby Bell? These little
No, look at how disgusting that looks, Keith.
This looks fantastic. You're lying. What do you love Rice Krispie treats? You're like 12. You still eat Rice Krispie treats.
This fucker golf ball Nick only has shit in the pantry, so I got tempted.
Do you guys share groceries?
Oh.
Or do you just eat your roommate's groceries?
We got a fucking like 64.
Huh?
We got like 64 of them. We got like a Costco pack.
You guys have a Costco membership?
He does. I don't. I'd take a Costco.
Do you go with him ever to Costco to grocery shop?
No.
Have you ever thought about it?
No. I like Costco, but I'm not like desperately trying to.
All right, let's get into the NBA. It's an interesting week. You saw Joel Embiid. We have a power ranking that we're trying to get quicker at running through. We have a tendency of having 30-minute power ranking reviews, and they're just unclippable. They're seriously just unclippable. So
are we throwing a thumbnail on today?
I'm literally yeah. We're doing all of that. You goddamn.
We got tags. There we go. Well, the last one we had like nothing, so I just wanted to make sure.
We had no tags last video?
I think we had tags. I'm not sure.
I don't know. You got me concerned. Now you got me concerned. I was updating the.
I meant monetization. I'm trying to make my 50 cents for the day.
I think the channel has made $26.
Yeah, it's like 30 something.
Oh, we're slowly going up. Okay. Let's start off with Joel Embiid. And I hope he had a great weekend. Joel Embiid had 101 points this weekend, so he had a great one. And maybe we were just wrong about Joel. We actually, as a KU fan, I was just scared that maybe they had ruined Joel. But now it just seems like that the problem this whole entire time was
James Harden.
No, Joel Embiid was just recovering from injury.
Mm-hmm. And James Harden.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, yeah.
Doctors.
Well, a little bit of injury, a little bit of doc, but to me, mainly playing with James Harden. But...
So before this game, there was a report that Joel Embiid only recently returned to the Philadelphia 76ers lineup after an illness, and he was dealing with multiple injuries. He had tweaked his ankle in a Sixers win over the Atlanta Hawks, and then he said he'd be okay to play in teams back-to-back against Utah. And he also was dealing with a pretty, painful shoulder injury. And he was still working through conditioning issues after being unable to work out for most of the off-season due to plantar fasciitis. So he was just rounding up into shape. And then he just says, F that report. He comes in and puts up a historical stat line on Sunday in a win over the Utah Jazz. Embiid became the first player ever with at least 50 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks in the same game. This is since blocks became an official stat in 1973. Embiid finished with 59 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, and 7 blocks. In the fourth quarter alone, he scored 26 in Philadelphia's 27 points and also recorded 5 of his 7 blocks in the final frame. For the game, he shot 19 of 28 from the field, 20 of 24 from the free throw line. Over the past 2 games, he has scored 101 points after dropping 42 on Saturday against the Atlanta Hawks. For the season, Embiid's averaging a career best 32.3 points per game. Your thoughts?
Well, he's been doing this all season. It wasn't the same. Like he had almost, didn't he? I think he had 40. Yeah, he had 40 against Sacramento not too long ago, like last month before Harden got injured. He was putting up, here's his stat lines before he got injured, before Harden went down. 26 points, 15 points, 40 points, 26, 31, 25. I believe he was averaging like 25. We talked about, oh my God, our first ever donation. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. You're muted. I feel like I already messed up the clip.
No,
So
that's
I don't really know.
amazing.
I don't
No,
really know what to do
This is a
here.
great mid clip. Someone donated. Shout out Matt. Shout out Matt.
First ever, eh?
Hey, first ever across all channels for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
Whoa.
never gone.
I guess you don't go live much.
Yeah, and I don't do donations on my channel because I don't like being a money grubbing whore.
Well, that's
Continue the clip.
not the. Anyways, thank you, Matt. Oh yeah, he was doing this before he got injured. It just wasn't 50 burger and it was just like a different Joel. Like he just didn't have that same tenacity. He didn't have that same like aggressiveness I felt, but he was still putting up some buckets. So now that Harden's out, it's just it's the Joel show.
You love James Harden. Why are you?
Yeah.
You are the definition of a devil's advocate. You love acting like you love a guy, and then in a situation, James Harden's a prime example. You love James Harden, but then now you're acting as if you don't like James Harden, and this whole time you've been preaching James Harden's been the problem.
I love James Harden. I'm not saying James Harden's a problem.
You just kind of insinuated.
No, yeah. What I'm saying the problem is Joel Embiid and James Harden being on the same basketball team. I don't believe that works. But James Harden has done. I feel like he's heading in the right direction as far as learning how to coexist with a big man. But never, ever, ever in James Harden's NBA career has he ever coexisted with a center outside of lob threats. So.
Dwight Howard was the best center to ever play with Joel.
He's still a rim runner. He's still a rim runner. So to me, if I'm James, but this is a different James Harden, right? This isn't like freaky athletic James Harden. This is 22-point per game Harden. So I still have hope that they'll maybe figure something out. But like these are two guys who like desperately need the ball in their hands. And when James has the ball, which the statistics back it off. Like if he has the ball for over 50% of offensive possessions, it's going to be hard for Joel to get going. It's hard for any of your teammates to get going. You know my thoughts on heliocentric basketball. So I don't think that Joel Embiid, I don't care how good he plays, if James Harden and Joel Embiid are on the same basketball team and they're out there on the same court at the same time, they're not going to win a championship because it's just not going to happen. So I'm very glad Joel is doing what he's doing when he's healthy, and I'm excited for Harden to come back, especially for my fantasy team. So, maybe they'll figure it out, but I say definitely not.
I think it's all going to be fine. I think this team would be a lot better if they fired our man Doc Rivers. I'm a Doc. I'm not Bill Simmons. I'm not like the hater on there, but Joel Embiid. But no, I'm serious in the fact that this is a team that should be and could be a lot better if maybe they had a guy who could, be a guy who just game the game. And I don't know. I just think in today's NBA, it's just not the Doc Rivers isn't utilizing the 3 all-stars he has on this roster. And even Tobias Harris, can we all? But Joel Embiid's been fantastic, and this team's been overshadowed because they haven't been playing well. I just want to talk about my man Tobias Harris that like nobody's talking about this right here. Tobias Harris is averaging 15 points, which is like his lowest, is like the lowest since 2015 he scored. But also, it's pretty crazy thing about Tobias Harris is in year 11.
Yeah, he's an old man. Somehow he's an old man.
But he's shooting 46% from the field, 39, almost 40% from 3, ground 6 boards, 3 assists. You want to take a guess how many steals he has per game?
My guess is going to be 1.6.
You're a fucking asshole, and I know you're looking at it, but yes. Okay. Yeah. He's had a game with 5 steals, 4 steals. Like his defensive rating for this season is, I believe, like he's a plus defender. Yeah, he's a plus defender this season.
Well, yeah, he's a good player, man. He's a good player. I still think they're pretty desperate. Trez is averaging like 11 minutes a night, and they only have 4 players in double digits. So,
it's crazy to think about Tobias Harris to play for the Bucks, the Magic, the Pistons, the Clippers, and the Sixers.
Yeah, and also, how is Matisse Thybulle this bad at offense? Like he's that bad. Where like he used to be a tradable asset. Now I view him as like severely negative. Like he's like double negative asset to me. How are you this bad
He's
at
pretty inept, and like maybe that's the problem. There is a lot of guys who are just one dimensional, like they can't do stuff. Like, so the first
Eric
game,
Gordon.
can I say this? The first game that against the Hawks, I actually liked that performance. Yes, he couldn't hit a shot, but he shot like on offense. Like obviously in the second game, he had like 6 rebounds, 2 assists, like 5 steals and a block, and that was awesome. And he made more of an impact not on offense, but on offense, I felt like the first start against the Hawks, even though he had 3 points, at least he shot the ball 5 times. Four of those shots were 3-pointers.
I mean, yeah, if you go 1 of 5 and 1 of 4 from downtown, you can take as many shots as you want. If you're on the season shooting less than 30% from the field and less than 20% from downtown, like I have a strong intuition that he is completely wide open.
Well, he's only shot more than 1-3 basically.
Because he's shooting less than 30%. He can't
in 3
shoot
games,
for
he
his
shot more
life.
than 1-3.
He can't shoot for his life.
You can't get your percentage up if you're not taking the 3-point shots.
Matisse Thybulle is the worst offensive basketball player I've seen since Andre Robertson.
I mean, I don't know who's worse right now, Ben Simmons or Matisse Thybulle, but
The answer
right.
is Matisse Thybulle.
I'm actually a Ben Simmons lover, but let's move over to a great segue. Ben Simmons has actually been.
I have a question.
Fuck you.
What's the update on the thumbnail?
It's updated.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Joel Embiid one. You fucking did.
My bad. I wanted to get it in before the clip and after that.
And like, yeah.
So it's go time.
So a report has came out, and our man Ben Simmons. You want to hear the news? You might be getting some good news. Maybe it's not the news you wanted to hear, but it's official. The Dallas Mavericks have no interest in Ben Simmons. A source tells Mark Stein of Substack. Dallas had been mentioned previously as a potential team who could pursue Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons has struggled as he works his way back from mental health and off-season back surgery. Ben Simmons has 2 more seasons remaining on his 5-year, $170 million extension he signed with the Philadelphia 76ers back in 2019. What's your thoughts on this big man, Betty boy, the boomer, Ben Simmons, the man that was supposed to be the next LeBron James when he's coming out from LSU? But as of the season, he is shooting 44% from the field, which, I mean, is a career low. He's averaging 6 rebounds a game, a career low. 5.9 assists, a career low. 1.1 steals, a career low. 0.6 blocks, a career low. 27 minutes, a career low. 5 points a game, a career low. Okay. And I'm actually a Ben Simmons. I like him. I believe, and his defensive rating this season is 117.
Yeah, that's the big knock on Ben is he's not good on defense right now. And
it's gone up to 108. He's a plus defender now, but for his career, he's having his worst defensive season of his career.
Definitely, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's the knock on him is like if you're going to be averaging 5, 6, and 5 or whatever he's averaging, like at least play some type of defense. And
free throw line used to go like 5 or 6 times a game. Goes once or twice if.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't have an issue with that. He's like his career like less than 60. He's a career 60% free throw shooter. So stay away from that free throw line.
Nah, get to the free throw line. It's a positive. I want him shooting 20 free throws a game. Okay, I want him shooting 33s a game. Okay, shoot as many. I don't care how bad the stat is. You'll eventually make a few, and they'll respect you. Okay, 60%. If I shoot 20, you know what that is? You know what? That's 12. I just got 12 free points. Fuck you.
I mean, I don't. If Ben Simmons gets to a free throw line ever 20 times, I'll give you $20 because that'll never happen. But I think Ben was working.
Just wait. Check your receipts. No, the future.
They're blank. Oh, okay. Ben was getting there. I felt like right before he got injured. I don't really know what's going on right now. I think like it was kind of cool that Brooklyn was like meshing after everything is just happening around them. you can tell how much they're missing, like Kyrie, Seth, Ben. Ben got 14 minutes against the Clippers. He's also fouling way too much. He's averaging 4 fouls a night. But right before he got injured and missed a bunch of games, he had, what was that, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 9 points, or 9 assists, sorry. Like, I felt like he was getting back to what he was. There's just too much flip-flop in this lineup right now. I don't really know what your boy, the fucking plant guy, is doing. I'm hoping and imagining it's injury related because Ben Simmons is on your basketball team. He's not starting. I think you're kind of a moron. Sorry, but Jack or whatever. So I'm assuming, like I said, I'm hoping it's injury related because he's several-time All-Star. You're muted.
So the problem with Ben Simmons right here, another thing is it's the lack of 2-point attempts. He was a guy who was taking 7, 8, shots inside the arc a game, or like making 7 or 8 a game and attempting like 12 shots a game from inside the arc. And just in general, he was shooting 12 field goals a game. Dude, this is a guy who's only taking 5 shots a game. And when we look at his stats for the season, since he's moved to the bench,
it's despicable.
I mean, the game against the Knicks, not bad.
Yeah, but why is he on the bench?
So it's the only way they can win right now.
You want to win basketball games, reinstate your second best player, future Hall of Famer, and champion Kyrie Irving.
Thought you were going in a different way with that, but yeah. Let's move on. But no, it's just like Ben Simmons. I just think he's working he just needs to work his way back. I think he's still not back there. But let's go and let's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he's back.
If you're missing your 30-point per game score, I don't like most teams would start to struggle as far as winning.
But we've seen Russell Westbrook move to the bench and he got better.
Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving are not the same.
I'm talking about Ben Simmons.
Oh, Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons. I think Ben's a little bit more banged up, and also Russell Westbrook, although he probably has some mental things going on as well because playing in the crib is really hard. I think Ben Simmons mentally is, and this is what LSU fans were preaching out of college, is that he's just like a dork. He's just literally a mental dork. So hopefully you can figure it out, man.
He suffers from OCD too.
I don't think. All right. I don't think. I think their new coach is a lot better than Steve Nash as far as trying to figure this out.
Yeah, Jacques Vaughn has him playing defense. I mean, Jacques Vaughn, KU guy. All KU, anything from KU is good.
Did they beat Southern Utah?
Of course. Well, I don't know if we've played them yet, but I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Let's see. We play Duke tomorrow, and we play Southern Utah on Friday.
Oh, cool. Camps can be lit. Kansas basketball.
Well, let's go. Okay, so we're going to do this power ranking. The way we're going to do it today is I'm going to run through in sections of 10, and we're going to choose one team each. We'll react, move on.
I didn't know Zach did these.
Yeah.
By the way, if you say the Lakers, you owe me $10,000.
So at 1, the Milwaukee Bucks. At 2, the Boston Celtics. At 3, the Phoenix Suns. At 4, it's the Atlanta Hawks. At 5, the Denver Nuggets. At 6, the Memphis Grizzlies. The 7, the Portland Trailblazers. At 8, the Utah Jazz. And at 9, the Cleveland Cavaliers. And at 10, the Dallas Mavericks. Did you want to go first, my friend?
Dude, I couldn't tell you where a single team was ranked, so no, I don't.
Just choose. I told you.
I literally don't know anything what you said except who was one. I couldn't tell you a single.
Milwaukee.
I go with memory.
Milwaukee. Then it went Boston. Then it went Phoenix. Then it went Atlanta.
I gotta get out of here.
Just listen to my words.
I know, but it's hurting my head seeing that, so I gotta go to a different tab. All right, yeah, just off the dome. I'm gonna disregard that because it was really confusing. Milwaukee Bucks are the best team in the NBA. The Boston Celtics have really complicated, confusing defense, but offensively, it looks like Tatum and Brown have really taken leaps just in their game, distributing the ball. I think that they're looking really good, and that defense will figure itself out too once Robert Williams comes back. I still think their bench is horrible, but I guess that's not a concern right now. Atlanta's really cool. I'm loving Atlanta right now. Utah's suffering a little bit. They're struggling to score the ball. I'm a little worried about Utah. I think they're going to blow it up eventually. If I had to put money on what Utah's going to do, I think they're going to blow it up. Not blow it up. You get what I'm saying? That's all I can really think of. So, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to move. I do like to talk about Utah. I think right now they just lost to the Wizards and the Sixers, which I think the Wizards are a team that are actually getting better with every game, and the Sixers are another team that are getting better with every game. But yeah, I don't think this is the team I want to talk about. The team I really want to talk about is the Portland Trailblazers, which have shocked everybody, in my opinion, right? Portland. They sit at 9-4 right now, plus on the net rating. People don't realize is that they're doing all of this without Damian Lillard for most of the season. Jeremy Grant and Anthony Simons and Josh Hart are legit. And Shaedon Sharp's been out, but he's definitely going to be a first-team All-NBA rookie. This team is a guaranteed playoff team, in my opinion, the Portland Trailblazers. And this was a team that we both said that they've done well. Like, they had good wins over the Phoenix Suns, the Denver Nuggets, and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Portland Trailblazers actually had 2 victories over the Phoenix Suns so far, and one of them happened without Damian Lillard. They put up 135 points on the Denver Nuggets when they beat them. And this past week, they didn't have any losses. So what I'm going to say is that
they lost yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah, to the Mavs. But I think during the week,
they're on a brutal road trip.
But that's what
their last home game was 12 days ago.
That's what I'm saying. They're they're doing really well for being on a road trip. And the Blazers have been one of the best stories in the NBA. And a lot of that happens to be because Anthony Simons and Jeremy Grant have been brilliant and incredible at the same time. And they're just gelling well as a team. Chauncey Billups, of course, was going to be a good coach. Ty Lue taught him well. And they have had one of the tougher schedules in the league. And they've been able to thrive despite Lillard missing a handful of games. They're only going to get better when they get healthier.
Yeah, I think they're kind of fully healthy now. Dame's back. Shaedon just got a rest night, which was a little weird. But I guess weird's the wrong word choice.
He's young. He's still acclimating to the NBA.
Yeah, I think that we're really seeing Jeremy Grant just take over these basketball games.
He was legit. He's legit
without him. I mean, this is why I've been preaching Portland as a 50-win team, but a good telltale. There were people, not really Blazer fans, but there were people who were calling for Billups' job last season. They were missing everybody important. I think Chauncey has a full grip on the locker room. I think the culture is awesome. They're all having a lot of fun. They're like a top defensive team in the NBA. I think they might still be, one real key piece away from making that extra leap to that next level. But they're really good. Dame's playing like an MVP when he's healthy, and Nurkic, Grant, Hart. I'm excited. Gary Payton might be the missing piece I'm talking about. So we'll see. I'm excited, and it's really cool to see. And I can't wait till they get to 50 wins because people call me crazy, and I think people are kind of starting to realize it's not really crazy.
Let's move on to the next 10. At 11, it's the Los Angeles Clippers. At 12, the New Orleans Pelicans. At 13, the Toronto Raptors. At 14, it's the Washington Wizards. At 15, it's Philadelphia 76ers. 16, it's the Chicago Bulls. Chicago way. Have you seen that, Untouchables? 17, the Miami Heat. 18, the Sacramento Kings. And 19, you got the New York Knicks. And then at 20, the Indiana Pacers. I got to go to the bathroom real quick. Let me hear which of those teams did you think intrigued you the most?
Oh, that scrolling really gives me a headache, so I don't really know what he was talking about. I'm going to pull up the standings and just go off the dome here. Portland's injuries really suck. I think we mentioned Toronto's injuries really suck. Like that Precious injury, that one really hurt. I saw that live, and he put like no weight on that ankle, and it's just getting. I feel like I know we're they're 7-7. I was anticipating a crazier, but 5-1 at home, which is really good. But these injuries seem like they're catching up to them, or if they're at least gonna start. So I saw like a rumor that they'd be open to trading OG for Draymond Green. That's very interesting. Very interesting.
So what'd you say?
Just talked about Raptor injuries.
So for me right here, I think a team that maybe this is just personal bias, being biased, but the Washington Wizards are a team that they are playing better and better, and they've done a lot of this without Bradley Beal, and they're playing as a team that doesn't have to rely on Bradley Beal. I think that's the big part about this as a Wizards fan. Our success, I mean, if we don't count the season with Russell Westbrook, and since John Wall was injured and then eventually traded, it was all relying on Bradley Beal being this 30-point scorer. And we had a win at the Hornets, a win over the Mavs, win over the Jazz, win over the Grizzlies. And the Wizards have been, I think, one of the more entertaining teams to watch on NBA League Pass. And the 4 good wins, I think, are like Chicago's the type of team that they needed to measure themselves against. The other 3 are the Wizards punching, they punched them down like how they should have. Okay. And I know they lost to Indiana. And I think that's just because they just started so late. But I think what's this mean? They've done pretty good against a pretty strong schedule so far. And in the 4 games Bradley Beal's missed, they went 3-1. And their net rating says this thing could crash for them because they are negative 1.5. But I like the way that they're rallying, gutting out wins. It's not been pretty because the offense hasn't been necessarily good. Some days they just can't hit the side of a barn, and their defense can crash, but they keep winning games. And that's due to the team's grit, hustle, and they don't ever give up. And Wes Unseld's a young coach. He's still figuring it out on the fly. But I think this is definitely a team that could be a play-in team at the very least, but could make it to later. TP, you just missed our Jackson's Toronto Raptors talk.
You missed nothing.
Okay, talk about the Raptors, bitch.
I just said their injuries are really unideal, and it's catching up to them, and you really hate to see it. And I don't really know what they're going to do from here.
Well, they have a positive net rating on this, and the Raptors have had one of the toughest schedules so far. The results are all over the place. Considering the fact that they're 500 on the season, they have some quality wins. I think they should be pretty happy how things started off for them. Their defense has slipped a little bit, but the offense looks strong and gets better with every game. And they need to get Scotty Barnes back up to his efficient self, and the team will handle. I think one of the reasons for that is due to the fact that they're not healthy.
This is what I'm saying. It's a real, but I get that. I'm just saying, like, I don't like when I take a look at Scotty Barnes, I was anticipating a jump, and I guess that was very unfair to anticipate that big jump from him. And it's just it's reminding of last season. I think it's not like Precious was really even having that good of a season, but
Precious was so good.
Not really this year. I mean, yeah, he'll give you some points, but not really. In fact, I'd say he's having a horrible season, but
he just finished off last year so good. So we're just
I'm saying it's just it concerns me. It just concerns me.
All right, let's move on. We said we left off at 20, which was the Indiana Pacers. So at 21, it's the Golden State Warriors. At 22, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, who D'Angelo Russell has arrived. He had a great game last night. And then at 23, the Brooklyn Nets. At 24, we had the Charlotte Hornets. At 25, the Victor Wembanyama Vic for Brick Watch, Oklahoma City Thunder. 26, the Orlando Magic. 27, the San Antonio Spurs. And at 28, the Houston Rockets. 29, it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Who they won't even get. I don't even think they would be.
New Orleans has it.
Yeah. So shout out New Orleans for getting maybe potentially Victor
Hey, shout
Wembanyama.
out Katrina. Shout out New Orleans.
Detroit Pistons are the worst team in the NBA.
No way. Is that really so? Wow.
Which one? Let's do the most shocking.
Well, the Lakers are the Lakers have like 2 wins or 3 wins now.
How they'll turn it around.
Yeah, I know.
Those
This sucks too. The Spurs went over the Bucks. I think that the trade's gonna come really, really soon. I'm actually like checking once a day, maybe if it's happened yet. Like Pirtle, I think we're about to see it here in the next 4
What?
weeks for sure. The Spurs trade.
To the Lakers?
Good question. I'm gonna go with the Heat.
For what? Like Josh Richardson and Doug McDermott or Jakob Pertl?
I think they'll do maybe like I don't know, Robinson in a first. I don't know.
I think the best
really
deal with
don't.
the supposedly Bojan Bogdanovic being open to be traded. What if you send Bojan to the Suns, Jay Crowder, Dario Saric to the Heat, and a first round pick and Duncan Robinson to the Pistons? That way the Pistons recuperate the first round pick they gave up to get Bojan, and they get themselves a guy who's actually, I believe, on a cheaper deal, but I know it's a bit longer, and they get a shooter in Duncan. The Suns get Bojan, and the Heat get themselves Saric and Jay Crowder. But let me tell you, my most shocking right here, I don't want to say it's the Los Angeles Lakers, but I think, and like the Brooklyn Nets are like starting to turn it around, so I'm not even do the same thing with the T-Wolves. I think it's the Golden State Warriors. They suck.
Their starting line doesn't suck. Are you finally on board with me yet or no?
Yeah, I've joined you. Like, don't get me wrong, Steph Curry's
Steph Curry's MVP right now.
yeah, Steph Curry's unreal, but Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, like it's basically been
words.
What?
Watch those words.
What do you think? What do you think?
I'm trying to see what you're about to say is the reason for the Warriors' losses.
No, I know they don't have a bench. That's why they're losing.
So,
but can I say something? Wait, let me tell you. The best players on this team right now, I think we can all agree, have been Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins are their best 2 players. Okay, and then behind that, goddamn, like Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, and Klay Thompson are underwhelming right now. Like, I think, like, really, I think people are overreacting. Like, James Wiseman isn't good, but like in his limited minutes, James Wiseman, like, and Kevon Looney, that's like a decent rotation. I don't have any problem with that. I don't even think James Wiseman I think he should keep playing, and Kevon Looney and James Wiseman should keep playing. But the crazy part is like Ty Jerome and Anthony Lamb, like, arguably have been better impact players than Draymond Green and Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson. Like JaMychal Green, Anthony Lamb, and Ty Jerome at times, like, or have been more consistent. I'm not saying that they're good. It's just that, like, Klay Thompson, I don't even know what's going on there. Like, yes, he's still dropping 15, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty. And then Jordan Poole just seems too cocky and full of himself.
Yeah.
And then you got yourself Draymond Green, that I don't know if he's doing this on purpose or he's trying to do too much because he wants to prove that, like, he's like worthy. If that makes sense, like that he's like, so when if like this offseason, like he's basically showing he's like, I'm the shit that makes this team, you know.
Who?
Draymond. Like, I feel like he's doing too much or he's being like spiteful. I don't know. I can't get a read on it. I don't know if he's trying to do too much to increase his value or he's just being spiteful.
This is just Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, it was what we saw last year before he got hurt.
Yeah, which is just essentially him right now. I don't think people watch the Golden State Warriors, like, to just be honest with you. I watched
Anthony Lamb. Anthony fucking Lamb.
Trash. He's
was a
playing
dog.
really good for them right now. That's my whole issue with this team. I'm relying on Anthony Lamb playing 20 minutes a night. James Wiseman's getting DNPs. Jonathan Kuminga's getting DNPs. Or
I
he's
saw your
playing
tweet.
15
I
a
saw
night.
your tweet. I saw your
Moses
tweet.
Moody's getting DNPs. Something needs to happen. I'm picking Wiseman because I'm picking actually Wiseman and Kuminga. You either have to trade them soon, or they have to go in the G League, or they have to play. You can't be DNPing two of those three guys. Kuminga and Wiseman either need to play, or they need to be in the G League, or they need to be traded. It's that simple. Steph Curry's playing at MVP. I think we're seeing right now that Jordan Poole is probably a douche, and Draymond Green was in the right. I don't have any issue with the way Dre's playing right now. This is how he's always been. Yes, he's about to be 33, though, so you're going to see a little fall off. I think Klay Thompson, I agree with you, but last night I think really demonstrated to me why I would not get rid of Klay Thompson. If you get rid of Klay Thompson, the locker room shot. I think Klay's more valuable than
I
Dre.
never said get rid of anyone.
Goes.
I think they
I'm
need
saying
to.
no. I know, but
redo
we're
the
all
world.
wondering what happens to Klay Thompson. But last night, Klay Thompson showed me exactly why I'm not trading away Klay Thompson.
I never said trade. I think they just need to rework the starting lineup. Maybe
the starting lineup's been one of the best starting lineups in the entire NBA.
I know, not the starting lineup. The rotation.
Yeah, because he's. I mean,
I don't know. And like Steve Kerr said it the best. Maybe you just need to play vets. Maybe the only young guy that needs to play is James Wiseman. Maybe the center rotation should be Kevon Looney, JaMychal Green, then James Wiseman, which it has been, and then you have Draymond Green and JaMychal Green rotate at power forward with a little bit of either when Iguodala comes back, or you throw Andrew Wiggins also in minutes where you want to go small ball. Then you keep Dante DiVincenzo out there, Jordan Poole. You play Anthony Lamb and Ty Jerome, and you make the Moody, Kuminga, and Rollins, and and Baldwin. I know Rollins and Baldwin are in the G League, but have all the young guys earn the minutes. You have enough vets on this team that you can have just Poole, DiVincenzo, Green, once Iguodala is healthy, Jerome and Lamb, and then Wiseman be the only, because Wiseman I think has been solid. It's really his second season in the NBA of playing time. So
the Warriors are better when he's not out there.
Dude,
it's exactly what we saw in his rookie season. They're just better. They're just better when he's not playing.
They're just figuring out the rotations with him. He's a good player, dude.
Not for the Warriors. He's a great player. He's not for the Warriors.
Shut up.
They are so we saw exactly in his rookie season.
He's PR. His player efficiency rating is above.
I don't
he's
give
a top
shit
100
about these nerd statistics. Watch him play.
Watch
them play without him. They are so much better when he is either not playing or not on the court. It's exactly what happened in his rookie season, but people drew it up to an injured season and his rookie season. We're seeing the exact same thing.
It's basically second season.
You have to play
year-old kid.
Exactly. These are 20-year-old kids.
Just being efficient.
They lost so much. It's just crazy. They lost so much as like Bjelica, Lee, Gary Payton, Otto Porter Jr. Like these guys were such vital pieces to them that I'll give them I'm going to give these young kids benefit of the doubt. I hope you're right with James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga because they're both going to be good, successful NBA players, but they're not working right now, and that's why they're getting DNPs because Steve Kerr throws them out there and they just suck it up. You see, they got to make a decision relatively soon. Are we gonna roll with them? Because if we are, we either need to play them or we need to get them in the G League so that they are going to play. But as far as Wiseman and Kuminga, they're tanking their value. They're absolutely tanking their value. So, yeah, JaMychal Green's awesome. They didn't even need. They had Kevon Looney and Draymond Green last season. They won a championship. They don't need James Wiseman unless he's making plays for them, helping them win. I'm concerned with Golden State only simply because they have not won a road game and they're losing to these shitter teams. So it is a little concerning. Poole also looks horrible, as you were saying. Like he looks terrible.
He just looks cocky.
Yeah, he's like he just kind of seems like a DB, and we know Dre's a DB, so it's an issue. We'll see what happens.
Let's talk about a guy who is now allegedly fielding trade offers. He's on the Detroit Pistons. He was actually given an extension and he's actually been playing pretty well for them. But let's talk about this man. His name is Bojan Bogdanovic, and he's an ugly motherfucker. But Bojan
He is an ugly
Bogdanovic. So he's also balding. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Bojan Bogdanovic. Supposedly, there's interest being generated for him all around the league, and he's actually the interesting part about this whole Bojan Bogdanovic thing. This comes from Jake Fisher, who left Bleacher Report, and I believe is now part of Yahoo Sports. And one of the items was talked about the possibility that Bojan Bogdanovic could be traded despite his recent extension. As you guys know, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Suns, before he was dealt from the Utah Jazz to the Pistons, were two teams that were very much interested in him. And Fisher said that both the Suns and the Lakers remained as potential suitors for Bojan Bogdanovic. Shortly before the season began, Bojan Bogdanovic signed a 2-year, $39 million extension with the Pistons. The second season of that extension is only partially guaranteed for $2 million, effectively making that deal a 1-year, $22 million extension. Because Bojan Bogdanovic only got a slight raise and extended for only 2 years, he remains immediately trade eligible. So they don't have to wait for anything. He could be traded today, tomorrow, anytime. And there isn't any rule impeding that. So, like I said earlier, there was the idea of a Jay Crowder, Dario Saric to the Miami Heat for Duncan Robinson and a first-round pick to the Pistons. That way the Pistons recuperate the pick that they gave up to get him. And then the Pistons send Bojan Bogdanovic to the Suns. So Suns get Bogdanovic, and which will help them alleviate the loss of Cam Johnson. Then the Heat get Dario Saric and Jay Crowder, two guys who can shoot three and play multitude of positions. And plus Saric gives you small ball 5, while Jay Crowder gives you more defense. Both guys can shoot. And the Pistons still have a good 40% three-point shooter. Yes, it's an excessive contract, but you get the pick back that you gave up to get a Bojan, and the deal's actually cheaper, but it is a little longer, but you can eventually move off from him. And yeah. Thoughts? What do you think? What's your best deal for Bojan? What's the Lakers going to do? Their best deal is Kendrick Nunn and Pat Bev for Bojan if they don't want to give up Russell.
I would do that for sure.
Pat Bev's been terrible.
Yeah, I think Detroit. I think Troy Weaver's either playing the game of I thought we were there and we're clearly not there.
I think that's the game that they're literally playing.
I mean, Bogdanovic is a G, man. He's got 53 points in his last 2 games with only 3 threes. So the Duncan Robinson in the first actually doesn't sound that bad. If the Hawks were to give me John Collins, I'd take that in a heartbeat. I think that would be complete highway robbery. But Troy Weaver, to me, he knows what he's doing. Sometimes these young GMs, they make mistakes. I'll use Daniel Tice as an example. But Bogdanovic, I think it's pretty clear. Like, it's just not working. Or he's working greatly, but Detroit's just not working right now. They're the worst defensive team in the league. They can't really score the ball. Kate's hurt. They're not there yet. So Robinson and a first isn't that bad to me, because Robinson's probably somebody you eventually could trade one day. I'll take the first. They're also like a horrible 3-point shooting team this year, so it's pretty interesting.
A lot of teams should be interested in him.
Yeah, I think like every team should be interested in him.
So let's talk about some other cats that I have on the trade block, that guys who did not get contract extensions. I actually made a YouTube video regarding this, and did you just fart?
No, I moved my lamp.
It literally sounded like you fucking ripped the loudest ass in the world. Like it was gonna be like, check yourself before you wreck yourself, mate. And let me open this with preview. And here we go. Oh God. Oh Lord.
Just made another one.
No, what?
Oh yeah. The babies.
The baby fell off.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So, Cam Johnson, PJ Washington, Cam Reddish, and Grant Williams, the only guy not pictured here. And I think these are all guys that are either going to, could sign extensions or be signed and traded. I think Cam Reddish could be traded in season. I mean, they're starting him now. He had a great game last night. But what is your thoughts right here with these three boys?
I don't think any of them will be extended. I think that all these teams.
You think sign and trade?
Yeah, exactly. I think all of them didn't extend him because they don't see him as a part of their future. So
Cam Johnson's probably going to get a deal. He'll probably get a 4-year, $72 million deal. That'll put him up with
take that.
That's like Bojan Bogdanovic, Duncan Robinson money.
Yeah, definitely take that. All three of these guys are good basketball players, and Grant Williams included. I wouldn't be even surprised if they were traded away.
Grant got offered $12 million. He wanted 14. Now execs are saying he's going to get 18 a year. So Boston fucked up the bag.
Well, yeah, but also like Grant, what's
Boston offered.
But,
well, Boston was offering him PJ Tucker, Maxi Kleba, Larry Nance Jr. money. He wanted 14 a year. They were giving him 11, 12 a year. He said nah. And
well, he better watch out. He better watch out of a shooter situation.
Well, now he's shooting 60% from the field and 50 from three. They said Grant Williams, regardless, is getting $18 million a year.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, 18.
I don't think that happens.
Yeah, they said
I don't think that.
PJ Washington was offered 4 years, $50 million or $55 million, and he said nah because that's basically going to be the mid-level exception in a year or two. And now they're thinking PJ wants $20 million a year.
These guys have huge egos.
I mean, if PJ continues to average for the full season, I think PJ can get himself Aaron Gordon money.
Wow.
You don't think so? Like, if PJ could get his 3-point shot back up to like 30, above 36% and be shooting like 47% from the field and averages like 6 rebounds and gets his assist back up to closer to 2 or 3 a game and averages a block and a steal a game, Aaron Gordon right now is making. I want to get this number right. He signed a 4-year, $86 million deal. I think that's a bit much, but that's an average annual of 21.6. I could see a 4-year, $80 million deal for PJ because PJ can play small forward, power forward, and center.
Yeah, very, very multifaceted.
I think the only guy who could get traded in season's Cam Reddish. I think PJ Washington and Grant Williams would be signed and traded. I could see Charlotte being like, look, we'll sign and trade you. We just want assets back. Same thing with the Celtics. And Cam Johnson, I think he stays. They need that shooting. I just think Cam Johnson, they want to pay him like 4 years, $72 million, like what Duncan Robinson and Bojan are making and Bogdan are, and not pay him more than Mikal Bridges, which like you have to have Cam Johnson's 27 already in his 4th season. He was an old guy.
None of my teams make any of these moves. I think the only one I would be open to is PJ, but last year really, really concerns me with PJ. Hopefully it's just because it was like a really inconsistent lineup last year, but I mean, if he keeps playing the way he's playing right now, that's the only one I would constitute getting that type of money. But yeah, I'm all set with Cam. I'm all set with the other Cam. I'm definitely all set with Grant. No disrespect to these guys. I don't want like a Schroeder. I don't want a Duncan Robinson situation. I guess these guys are more multifaceted than them, but I guess the money's going up, so maybe it's a little different. It just seems like these contracts, if they don't work out, because not all of them are going to work out. Not all 4 of those players are going to work out. So whoever one doesn't, it's going to really, I mean, that messes your team up. So
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So let's move on and play a little game. And we have the right here. Yep. You know what time it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty demoralized from this game right now.
Why? Because you suck?
Recently, yeah.
Yeah.
It took us 8 tries. You do too. It took us 8 tries to get Royce O'Neal. Laid back music.
You know what time it is?
2 Chainz.
Boom.
Pulled her over and fucked her in my big
Isaac Okoro.
That's not Isaac Okoro. Isn't that Cam Reddish?
That actually might be Cam Reddish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is Cam Reddish. Now, I guess all the basic guys with dreads. Romeo Langford's on the Spurs. Oh, is it Benedict Mathurin? He wears number 11. Never mind. And
What's
he's
that age at? 23?
yeah, but 20, probably like 24 or 25, and wears 11. He's not in the Central, and he's not in the Atlantic.
You just guessed like 8 straight Central players and didn't even realize it. And you also guessed like 3 of the last 4. So
This is all you, buddy.
Yeah, I think this is a white guy. You had good guesses. I really thought it was Cam Reddish. Eastern Conference guard forward.
He's not. Is he in the Atlantic? No, it's
I was just looking at this earlier today. He's in the Southwest or North or Southeast. I'll go. That's not Jimmy Butler. I thought it was Miles Bridges. Can that be an option? I don't think it can.
No, I can't. I don't think it can be.
Does that kind of look like him?
Kind of, yeah. I'm trying to think of someone with dreads.
Wizards. Oh, wait. We already did the Knicks, so he's not. So what's that fucking division? It's the Wizards, Hornets, Heat.
I don't know, man.
Wizards, Hornets, Heat. Wizards, Hornets, Heat.
He wears number 11.
I know that just does nothing for me.
I kind of feel like it's like Caleb or Cody Martin. It's
I
Caleb.
don't think so.
Doesn't Caleb.
I'm gonna guess Miles Bridges. I want to guess Miles Bridges.
I don't think he's an option. Yeah. I think it's like Cody or Caleb Martin. Is it
We
Cody?
don't have a position though. Isn't he a big man? It's like taller. Yeah, he's taller than 6'7". He's got to be a center.
Nick Richards?
Yeah, it could be Nick Richards. Is he that? He's not that old though.
Yeah, he kind of is.
He's not 25.
It's okay.
Kind of is, yeah.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
So
it's a center
in the Southeast. So Charlotte, Atlanta.
Oh, I forgot about Atlanta.
Charlotte, Atlanta.
Is that what Onyeka Okongwu looks like? I don't think so.
No. Charlotte, Atlanta, Orlando, Miami.
Oh, that's Mo Bamba. On repeat.
You're right.
Thank you for telling me that it's the Orlando Magic. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that, yeah.
You're the fucking fan.
Well, Mo Bamba hasn't been around much.
The Bowl.
Yeah.
That was too easy. Too easy. Once I get my divisions down, you're effed.
Someone named Derek 46173 OTE PJ just followed me. OTE PJ.
Overtime PJ. Overtime elite PJ.
His followers are.
Bro, that's the 7th ranked prospect in the draft.
Nah. So he follows a lot of porn. Good for him, I guess. Yeah.
Not really, but yeah.
What happens if the Lakers say "fuck you"? We're not respecting the pick swap, and they cause the biggest ruckus before the draft. They're just they get Adam Silver to say all pick swaps are illegal. Any pick swaps have been made, nullified, and the Lakers win the lottery. They give the Lakers victor.
I really don't know what would happen. I think that just wouldn't happen.
Do you think the league would just end? Do you think the league would just end? Everyone would be like, "Fuck this."
Another top pick going to fucking New Orleans. What are we gonna do? We got to figure this out, David or Adam.
So listen to this. There's palpable fear within the Lakers
Good word.
Pelicans within Lakers of Pelicans pick swap amid Victor Wembanyama sweepstake. As you guys know, the prize jewel. All right. When the Lakers agreed to include a pick swap for the 2023 draft pick and the 2019 deal, they could not imagine they'd be a lottery team. So there's a palpable fear inside the Staples Centers that the purple and gold are careening toward a draft in June, in which the New Orleans Pelicans are gleefully positioned to swap picks with the Lakers as a condition of the Anthony Davis blockbuster deal July 2019, Mark Stein wrote. Obviously, losing out on Victor Wembanyama would fucking suck. And the truth.
Mark Stein said that?
Yeah, and not the fucking part. That was me. But like, so
like
right,
that was like Woj retweeting whatever that politics shit was.
Oh yeah. Look, I think the good news is that the Lakers do have some favorable match. I don't even know. I just think that Jeannie Buss should go over here and be like, "You can fuck me as much as you want, Adam Silver."
Oh,
Just,
wow.
I don't. That's terrible. I shouldn't say that.
Adam Silver's gay, dude. This is a bad segment to kid listen to. Well, that's what you get when
have Jeannie Buss send her brother then.
Yeah.
Or Jason Collins. That's fucked up. That was fucked up. That's not funny. That's not funny.
That's what you get, Jeannie, when you trade for a championship. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. You probably should have been let go a long time ago.
I'm sorry, Thomas. Honestly, we're getting him ready for the real world.
And he's got to know that the Lakers they haven't made the best decisions, but it resulted in a championship. So I guess everything comes with a cost.
I don't know how you fix this situation. And I know we're just killing the time for the end of the show right here. The Lakers, I think the Nets are easier to fix.
The Knicks?
The Nets are easier to fix than the Lakers on paper.
Yeah, like they're a much better team.
Like if you're like paper. if you gave me the Nets and the Lakers roster, maybe even the Timberwolves, and you said fix these three teams like within a month and have them, which of the three do you think you could get closest to being title contenders? We're either saying the Timberwolves or the Nets. I don't know how you get the Lakers there. Like one deal that we just talked about for $18 million, you could do Pat Bev and Kendrick Nunn for Boyan. Then you send, maybe you do then the deal for Russell Westbrook. I say the best deal right now you can do is either if the Jazz start to sell. Oh, Gary Harris is also returning. So I'm really saying let's call up Gary Harris, Terrence Ross, and Jonathan Isaac or Mo Bamba and give me those three guys. Okay, and let's do that. And because what?
Well, it's just that.
Oh shit! I could do me Mo Bamba. I'll give you 2 first-round picks for Mo Bamba, Jonathan Isaac, Gary Harris, and Terrence Ross and Russell Westbrook.
You're giving me 2 first-round picks for that?
Yeah.
All those players and 2 first-round picks?
Because they're all on long-term deals. So you get Russell Westbrook, and you just freed up for all the contracts for next year because Mo Bamba multi-year deal, Jonathan Isaac multi-year deal, Gary Harris multi-year deal, and I think Terrence Ross is either expiring or 1 more year deal. So you take 2 first-round picks, and you get to Russell Westbrook, who you can just cut, and then you have basically max contract space for next off season.
Yeah, I just want to make sure real quick that you're giving me all those players and 2 first-round picks for Russell Westbrook.
No, all those players for Russell Westbrook and the 2 Lakers picks.
Oh, fuck no. What?
Yeah.
No, maybe 1. The 2 is off the table. You better be giving me an all-star if you want
Russell Westbrook and maybe like Matt Ryan, a few young guys, and a pick for all 4 of those players, Bamba, Isaac, Harris, and Ross. Then we do a second deal for Boyan Bogdanovic. We send Pat Bev and Kendrick Nunn. Now you got yourself Boyan Bogdanovic, Mo Bamba, Terrence Ross, Jonathan Isaac, and Gary Harris next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
So what I'm gonna tell you, Orlando, Mr. Magic, I'm gonna say I'm all set, and then I'm gonna go call Mr. Weaver, and I'm gonna say, yeah, let's do that Bogdanovich trade. I'm gonna get Bogdanovich over because the thing about Russell Westbrook is, like I told you earlier in the season, like a couple weeks ago, is he's an all-star and he's a
But would
six-man
you
of the year.
rather have? Okay, he's just one player, but now you got yourself 5 play. You've turned 3 guys into 5 guys.
You want burgers and fries? You want to know why the Lakers suck? It's because they don't pass the ball. They can't score because they are shooting 30% from downtown. They have no three-point shooting. LeBron James has the ball in his hands whenever he plays LeBron ball. Get Russell Westbrook out there. They looked so good. They looked so good last night. They looked so good. There was no LeBron. LeBron plays LeBron ball. He wants that number. He wants that Kareem number.
Nice little rant to end up the show. If you enjoyed today's show, be a friend and tell a friend. But that's basically us. You got anything else to say, Jackson?
It's the last day of playoffs, so
for what?
At all. Golf.
There's golf. What, for live?
No, my golf league that I talk about every Monday and that you always ask about every Monday.
But that's it, guys. If you enjoyed today's show and want to see anything else by us, there's Jackson's information down below. My information. Be a friend, tell a friend. That's it. Have a good rest of your Monday. We'll be back here at the same time, 5 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.